Today, I want to talk about a little bit about prison reform. So, in 1994, the Violent Crime Control Act and Law Enforcement Act was passed in Congress, and who charged that was Bill Clinton. It was a $30 billion, package. The bill basically was designed to, as a prevention, I guess you can say, for crime. But what really happened was the bill kind of decimated, the community of color. Caused a lot of mass incarcerations of colored people, Hispanic, and black people and all like that. Now today, there's around about 2.3 million people in prison, and of that, it's about 34% are blacks. Now that does not include federal prison. That's just prison in general. I'm not sure what the federal prison percentage is, but the bill was supposed to be used as a measure to decrease crime, but in actuality, it probably increased, the people going to jail. Some of the things on the bill that was there was the 3-strike rule. So if you got charged for 3 felonies, you would get the mandatory life sentence, which that's BS. But 9.7 billion of that package was used to help improve, prisons for the expansion of the death penalty. It was a lot of stuff. Okay, I don't want to go all into it, but it was a lot of stuff. You can definitely do your research as well. But the bulk of that funding was dedicated for punitive reasons rather than rehabilitative. So it was a landmark signing. Bill Clinton even defended it, saying that it caused a 25-year decrease in crime and a 33-year decrease in murder rates. But critics would say that crime and murder was already being, looked at, that it was decreasing. So who's right, who's wrong? I don't know. But I certainly do remember this bill that Clinton definitely pushed forward. And the funny thing is, it was passed by the House and the Senate. It was supported by both the House of Reps and, of course, the Senate. It was like a bipartisan support. So both of them supported this right here bill. Nobody knew exactly what this bill was going to do as the years rolled on, but we see what it has done. In 2016, Bill Clinton, of course, he admitted that he believed that was the worst piece of legislation that he enacted, because he caused more of the problem and less of the solution. Because if you look at prison today, like I said, 34% of the prison population is black people. It basically decimated communities. A lot of people being put in prison. If you go, I don't know. I don't know too much about the law as far as that is concerned, but small petty crimes. Just this lady that Trump supported, that Kim Kardashian was basically advocating for, she was put in prison for life for over a small amount of drugs. Now, I'm not advocating that people sell drugs. I think that's the worst thing to do, sell drugs and murder and all like that. But if it's a non-violent crime, people shouldn't be put away for life. Just think about it. People make mistakes in their life, okay? People make mistakes. Everybody should be given a second, third, or fourth chance, okay? I'm not saying for a violent crime. I'm just saying for non-violent crimes. Of course, somebody kills someone, then yes, I believe they should go to jail for the rest of their life. I don't believe in the death penalty, okay, but that's not my call. Even Hillary, during her campaign for presidency, said that the bill went too far. Okay, she supported it back then, but she also realized that it went too far. And if she was elected, that was one of her things that she was going to do, was to do prison reform. Now, critics of the bill was right. It disproportionately affected people of color. Who knew? I can't say that the Clintons knew, or anybody else that was in Congress or the House of Representatives. I can't say that. I don't know. But history has proven that this right here was a bad bill. Well, fast forward, Obama tried to do something, but I think every time he tried to do something, the Republicans shot him down. I think he tried to do a little prison reform. Okay, he kind of like dabbed a little bit into it. He even went to a couple, maybe a prison, and sat down with prisoners and talked to them about the condition of prison and prison reform and things like that. But it didn't go anywhere. So if we fast forward now, whereas Trump is the president, he's calling for prison reform. I've always say that a lot of people that don't know anything about politics should stay away from politics. But some of these celebrities are actually pushing this prison reform. And I will say I kind of support, what the president is doing. He's trying to do a little bit better with this prison reform. Now, it has an uphill battle. A lot of people that's on Capitol Hill is opposing it. But I don't understand. But you got to think to yourself, people that's on Capitol Hill, what if it was your kinfolks? What if it was your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew, your uncle, your aunt, or somebody like that in your family that basically did something illegal? Would you want them to go to prison for the rest of their lives? No, I know you don't. So if you say any other thing, you're lying to yourself. So the Trump administration is trying to pass a new bipartisan prison reform bill, which the president is trying to pass before the new divided Congress takes office in January. Well, Mitch McConnell don't believe that that's going to happen. I think they trying to push Mitch McConnell to go ahead and put it on the floor so it can be voted on. Usually most presidents get what they want, so I'm thinking it's going to get what they want. But let's have a conversation about this because this bill does not affect the city, state, local government prisons. It only is for federal. And I think that's hogwash. I don't know if the president, because I don't know a lot about that politics stuff, so I don't know if the president has power to change the laws in each state as far as as far as local city government and state government and all that right there. I think that's basically the governor. So I think governors should be looking at the same thing as far as reducing prison sentences over, nonviolent stuff. Again, we should have a conversation over that. That's be something that I think would be a great topic to talk about. This bill is basically designed to reduce federal mandatory minimum sentences on drug offenses. They probably get life, on first offense. Ain't no telling about this federal stuff. I wish I knew. I should have did my little research on that as well, but I didn't. I'm just going off of my opinion right now. Many groups such as the Fraternal Order of Police supports this. The Koch political network, they support it. So I think it's going to pass. I think if it doesn't pass this year, it probably will pass early next year, which is good because there are still a lot of people of color that's in federal prison for drug offenses as well that, deserve the second chance. So what can we do about it as a community? Well, we can lobby as far as local, city, state government. We can lobby, okay, to our leaders, elected leaders, to try to do the same thing. My brother has been in and out of prison his whole life. And he be having them long stretches of prison. I hope he don't ever go back to prison. But prison did something to him. It kind of messed his mind up real bad. So it can have a detrimental effect on your life if you be in prison for long periods of time over something that's so small. That's just a little bit of piece about my family history. But I think we need to address this. Nobody should be in prison that long for nonviolent. Hell, they send people to jail for I don't know how long because you want to rob a bank or you rob somebody or steal something, maybe steal a piece of gum. You go to jail for 5 years. That's just too long for something very simple. Now, of course, I do support the violent act. If somebody do something violent, yes, they should go to prison for a very long time. I don't think that those people should have a second chance because you could have ended up killing someone. So that's my own personal opinion. But that's all I have for today. If you like what I am saying, hey, please comment. I really thrive off comments. I like comments because I like to talk back to people. And I think that this is another topic that we can talk. The same topic we can talk about at another time. Prison reform need to be done now, not tomorrow, not next year, but now. It needs to be satisfied now. And we vote people into office that we hope will talk for us. So I'm asking all these legislators to really think about this. Think about what can you do as a legislator to give somebody a second chance at life outside of prison. It can happen if you believe it, okay? Hey, comment. Again, comment. I thrive off comments. Is what I want is comments so I can talk back to you. Also, hey, I'm trying to grow this platform. Subscribe so I can grow this platform as well. The more people, the better, the more we can talk. And don't forget to hit your the like button and your alert button because I will be bringing more videos. Thank you, and I appreciate you watching this.